Hey Danbir, how are you?
Hey, how's it, Firoz? How you
Welcome to
doing?
Blak Automotive.
Thank you so much.
Good to see you. I see you here quite often.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
And the reason I'm having you here is because you've pulled in with an absolutely stunning car.
Oh, thank you.
Mercedes C230 Kompressor, am I right?
That's
What year model is that?
It's a 2000 model.
Wow, that thing looks new, bro.
It's 25 years old next month.
And I can see that that's your baby. You really look after it, and she's in absolutely good nick.
Well, no thanks to you guys, but yes, thank you so much.
That is the type of car that a lot of people don't just have one off. It's normally for collectors and people that know about their cars. So, do you have more?
Yeah, actually, it's ironic that you say that. I do have a few. I much prefer the older model Mercedes. That's when Mercedes built real
Strong cars.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
When I was a boy, it was only the wealthy that had these cars, and at that time in Durban and in our country, it was only Mercedes-Benz and the odd BMW, but everybody had these very large W126 SE Mercs, and these things ran for days. And unfortunately, my family and I come from humble beginnings, so it's something you aspired to, because all you saw was a Porsche, a Mercedes, and that was about it.
Yes.
So those two brands have been they just stuck with me.
So you said you have more. What is it that you have?
Currently, it's the W202 AMG. I've got a W203 C55 AMG.
C55.
Yeah.
That's the V8, am I right?
2007. Yeah.
Jeez, that must be a monster.
Competition series. Yeah. It's in its time, it was the bee's knees, and I still think it's living in its time with me. Very fast car when it's on the road. You run out of road when time allows and circumstance. I've got a 1993 2.3 Sportline 190E.
Wow, that's another collector, I think.
And had a C32 AMG.
C32, that was, what can I say, a car that was not known by many, but those that were in the know knew that it was, I would say, I hate to do this, I know you're a Mercedes man, was the M3 competitor of that time.
Well, it was a car that just wanted to kill you, to be honest with you. It was ridiculously fast for this very unassuming four-door family saloon with a whole 17 inches worth of tires and rim, and could barely gain any traction if you really put your foot down. And I have a B-Class, a B200 AMG, which I use on a daily basis.
Oh, that's nice.
And another couple of cars that I use from day to day.
So you are the Mercedes man?
One of them, yeah.
Okay, good. So, Danbir, I'm going to be going around in circles a little bit here, right? I just needed to know, what is it that you do?
I'm a commercial attorney, commercial litigation attorney. I was in litigation many years ago, but I'm now into various businesses. Wear a couple of hats. But yeah.
What sort of businesses is it?
So I'm the MD of the Renovatio Group. That it comprises of a group of companies as Renovatio Corporate Services, Renovatio International, and Renovatio Energy, which focuses on corporate services, tech, and renewable energy. I happen to be CEO of Mystic Foods, which is a plant-based meat alternative business. I'm also a non-exec director for the Clandestine Group, which is a drone surveillance and data company. And
yes, I heard somebody speak about that. They've got some super technology with that.
Yeah, we do. We are not your average drone company, as everybody else would seem to think when they see a drone. We are a data company. We collect information. We use technology to provide most operationally efficient solutions to our clients, which range from your commodity boys all the way through to various higher end, more affluent estates, pardon. We cater to all kinds. We do a lot of sort of CSI work for the likes of, well, I won't mention any names, but for, again, various estates, game reserves and the like. And the last company is the Han Capital, which is a property investment group.
Excellent. You know, that's a long list of things. Well, how does somebody like that, in the position that you're in, actually hold it all together in this little head.
I don't. I don't. The gray hair will tell you everything you need to know. And at the most times, I'm probably losing my mind. I wear this look because not out of choice. It's perpetually no sleep, but it's par for the course. I love the challenge, and it's exciting from one day to the next.
So it's basically method for your madness.
100%. It's
Okay.
what's it's and it's what keeps the juices flowing. We're only going to be at this young age once in our lives. While I use
Yeah.
the word young very loosely, but
You're still young, man. You look like you're 20.
well, bless you. um, and you meet lots of different people from all walks of life, from different colors, different creeds, and it's awesome to come together, do business, make money, and just sort of get your business out there and expand to the point where you're able to support many others through your own initiatives, be it staff, their families, and the likes, as well as giving back to various communities when and if time prevails.
Okay, excellent. That looks like a long list of stuff. But with our viewers out there and somebody as young as you are that has accomplished so much that you have already, what sort of message would you give the potential or aspiring attorney or aspiring CEO or aspiring director?
Well, I would steer clear from giving advices or any sort of advice to a CEO. I don't particularly like the title. I like to be at the same level of all of the people that I work with. I don't believe that anybody works for me. I work with everybody. But my advice to the aspiring guy out there is try and fail rather than fail to try.
Yes.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained. And experience is the best teacher. Nothing will teach you a very hard lesson like failure.
Yes.
And
100%.
it's taught me very many lessons, and I learn on a daily basis. I am very far from perfect. Or else I would not be driving an old C-Class. I'd probably be driving a Pagani or something of the sort. But hey, we all have aspirations.
Yes, of course.
But
Without
yeah,
aspirations, we have no dreams.
And if you can dream it, you can do it, right? So
100%. That's very good advice. And let's also I know that you've stopped the whole lawyer stuff, but what advice would you give to a up and coming attorney or lawyer?
it's lawyering in the conventional sense is long hours, hard work, and more hard work. At the best of times, you're going to think you're an abject failure. You're going to think you're never going to amount to anything. And when you're amongst your peers, like I experience on a day-to-day basis, having stepped out or having ceased wearing the practicing lawyer hat, you come to see that those long hours and the hard work and the perseverance keeps you ahead of the curve. You
Okay.
always have a solution. You're always able to assist those that come to you for help, whether it's structuring of businesses, whether it's a merger or an acquisition or a disposal, whether it's on how best just to treat people or how to handle a situation before it gets out of hand.
You know, what I like about what you said just now, and you mentioned it more than once, which is hard work. And from my experience in life, is that hard work gives you sustainable organic income. Whereas if you don't work, a lot of people say, no, you mustn't work hard. I guess in life you get to a stage where there may be a time that you'll get to that. I haven't get to that, certainly, as yet. But I like to work hard because what happens, the harder things are and the more you fail in life, you should look at it as, you're being sculpted into something better.
Well, I can't agree more with that, right? I do believe, considering all of our respective heritages in this country, hard work is the building blocks and the very foundation from where we come. I'll speak specifically for my own and immediate family. My parents, as I said earlier, from humble beginnings, and it was only hard work and perseverance and just gritting your teeth and smiling even when the tears are rolling down your cheeks to just push ahead, forge ahead. And, everything has a season. and bad times never end, but good times never last.
Yes. That's the
So-
cycle of life, right?
Correct. So it's just about hard work, perseverance, and keeping your head down, gritting your teeth, and moving on.
Yeah, you know, what I like about what you just said now is that um, there's no sustainability in something that comes easy. Not only with business, but anything in life. If it comes easy, you have to ask yourself a question. And if you're a youngster, you're not going to ask it. You're just going to say, hey, well, jump into it. But as you get older, you realize, hey, you know what? There's a catch here. And you seem to be a person that had found that out.
The very much the hard way on more than a couple of hundred times, to be honest with you. It serves itself up in very many shapes or forms. And it's so not a cliche to say that if it's too good to be true, it probably is. It probably
100%.
is.
I agree with that. So, Danbir, I just want to get back to your C230 compressor. You should know by now that I'm a bit bonkers about the vehicle. I see you've done some subtle changes on the vehicle. What is it that you've done there?
It's an imported suspension. So at the time that car's 25 years old. So what people know AMG to be now is not what it started out as. It was
Yes.
a family-run business. And if you go back into the history books, and I may be incorrect about certain points, but the C-Class that you see on that chassis is the most massively produced C-Class in the world, or in its time, at the very least. It has an AMG kit, which was at that time an aftermarket kit.
Wow.
AMG has now been consolidated into Mercedes-Benz.
Yes.
So it has a facelift AMG kit. It has aero monoblock 19-inch
That
wheels.
looks stunning, huh?
That came off a W140 S-Class. And we just bolted it onto this. And so it's AMG exhaust, kit, suspension, wheels.
So no engine modifications? Or anything on
It
this?
has a supercharger kit with just up the boost a little bit. It came with like 142 kilowatts, I think, back in the day. And I
Excellent.
mean, 25 years later,
Hey, back then, that was a lot of power.
pretty quick. And look, I'll say this: it'll give the odd GTI a hard time
Yes.
on the highway, and it still gives a solid ride and feels like a bit of a tank on the road.
And is it a manual or automatic?
It's a manual, 5-speed manual, yeah,
Oh, that's a driver's car. Huh?
100%.
Excellent. And so before we end off, I want to ask you, how long have you been using Blak Bespoke Automotive for?
Gosh, funny story. I was coming back from a property or something or another that I was up to in the north of Durban, and stumbled across this little sign. It's a car wash opposite
Okay.
Ferrari many years ago. Drove in. The weather was quite similar to today, very overcast. Drove in, and I was greeted by this gentleman. Can't really recall his name. And he's like, "Listen, just come in and wash. Don't worry about it."
Okay.
No, pardon, sorry. I washed, paid for it, sat in my car, and they did this fantastic job. It started raining when I was driving out.
Murphy's Law. Huh?
So I came back the next
You know,
day,
if there's a drought in a certain country,
plant me with
call
my
me
car.
there,
Yeah.
ask me to wash my car, and they'll suddenly have
In
rain.
about half an hour after. I came back the next day, and the same gentleman said to me, "Listen, don't worry, you were here yesterday, we'll just wash it for you." But I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago, I think. It was
Wow.
at the place in Umhlanga opposite Ferrari. And ever since then, the quality of the car wash, the mannerisms of the people, and just the general nature of the business, ever so welcoming, and I've never gone anywhere else since.
Yeah, and I don't know, what did you think of the vibe of the car wash in Umhlanga back
Oh,
then?
brilliant. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, we car guys, right?
Yes.
We everything is about our cars. Not even in our spare time at all times. So when you get there, it's not really like you're waiting in a car wash. It's almost as if, you know,
You're meeting
it's,
friends and
yeah, it's
people
something
that
kinda
love what
cliche.
you
It's
love.
like the Fast and Furious theme, maybe a couple of notches down, but you're meeting everybody who's everybody in the car community, a lot of which are known people.
Yes.
So it's just a gathering, and then with some food being sold on site, it
Yeah.
really just helped the day go by.
Yeah, we miss those days as well.
Well, we do too as consumers. Trust me. Please open something more again.
No, but it's nice. Thank you for using us for such a long time. It says that we are doing something right. And I hope to see you soon again.
Well, thank you very much, and thanks for keeping up the excellent quality of service, because so everything is about service, and you guys are the epitome and the definition of classic car wash. Great vibe, great people. Keep it up. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, man. Take care.
Cheers.